Peace and welcome to my channel. Today we're discussing Echoes of Inequality, the era of the Jim Crow laws. Peace.
Segregation lasted over 80 years. This startling fact is supported by the duration of the Jim Crow laws, which were enforced in the United States from the late 1870s until the Civil Rights Movement in the 1960s. These laws created a separate but equal status for African Americans, fundamentally institutionalizing racial segregation. The Jim Crow era represents one of the most challenging periods in American history, particularly for African Americans. Enacted after the Reconstruction period, these laws were named after a black minstrel show character. The Jim Crow laws mandated racial segregation in all public facilities in the states of the former Confederate States of America and some others, beginning in the late 19th century. Public education, federal workplaces, and public transportation were all segregated under these laws, which were supposedly based on the principle of separate but equal, but in reality led to conditions for African Americans that were inferior to those provided for white Americans. Key facts about this era include the Plessy v. Ferguson Supreme Court decision in 1896, which upheld state racial segregation laws for public facilities under the doctrine of separate but equal. This ruling created a legal basis for segregation, leading to the widespread implementation of Jim Crow laws. The reality was a stark contrast to the legal rhetoric. African Americans faced systematic discrimination, disenfranchisement, and were often victims of violence and oppression. The Jim Crow laws did not begin to be dismantled until the landmark case of Brown versus Board of Education in 1954, which ruled that racial segregation in public schools was unconstitutional. This marked the beginning of the modern civil rights movement, leading to further legal and social changes in the subsequent decades. Thanks and peace.